As William Ruto continues to build a team to propel him in the 2027, different echoes are starting to come out from within the UDA, which show a sign that they will depart. In Kenyan politics, you cannot swallow the entire people. There are those who will run away from you, and among those people is Bon Khalwale. Bon Khalwale of recent has been fighting for his own soul in the UDA, because trust me, even if I was Bon Khalwale, I was going to come out and fight. Okay, remember in 2022 he wanted to stand as governor. He was told to stand as senator. Even now there are signs that UDA may support ODM, and Fernandes Baraza will take up the ticket and is fighting this. Bon Khalwale came out to say that he talked to Natembeya, and this is what he said. Here's a tape.
In my life, God has been so nice to me to have brought me this far. Hallelujah. Mtu asimtumie tena. Nataka vile wameanza kujipanga hivyo. Nimezungumza na George Natembeya, na mimi na yeye tunapanga yetu. Wakitaka tufanye pamoja, wakuje tukutane kwa mesa. Babole kabo nukutoka kwa kurina. Babole hey. Hey, khutse khulibana banyasaye baba khalibaluye bibula. Magwaira bakalibaluye naboye ba. Mabakali aba ibula bana. Wenya bakali babo ne banyola, kandi bakali beru bakali barina. Bana babo ne banyola tsikas, kandi bana babaluya banyola tsikas. And I am not going to stop. Hiyo maneno yenye walikuwa wanatumia ya kutupanga sisi ingia UDA ingia ODM, sasa hiyo siri nimetekua. Saa hizi mtia kumODM tawe, mtia kumUDA tawe, mlerero kando kalai bosi kutima tena konga butwa mulai weru konga butwa.
So that is Bon Khalwale when he was declaring that he spoke to the governor George Natembeya, and they are going to start a new political party. Remember, even George Natembeya by there is more vibrant than the party leader, Eugene Wamalwa. Eugene Wamalwa is also the weakest leader in the Western region. He normally just fights for his own position. A leader who doesn't have a following, that is Eugene Wamalwa. In fact, if you are to give me Eugene Wamalwa and George Natembeya, give me George Natembeya, because at least is being heard, trying to peddle a narrative in the Western. So if Bon Khalwale combines with George Natembeya, it can be a force to reckon up with. I keep on telling people that a politician, to be strong, you must stand for an election. The reason why Wetangula has been vibrant in the Western Kenya, because has always been running for Senate and MP. That's the truth. The moment you don't stand in an election, your value ceases to exist, because politicians want to feed on you. The reason why Raila has been a force to reckon with is standing. The day Raila will run out of the presidential race is the day his value will dwindle. The reason why Gachagwa's value is going up is because he has an intention of running. People would want to run with a candidate. So that's part of the weakness of Eugene Wamalwa. So even away from that, if I was Bon Khalwale, I would do the same thing. In 2022, you cannot tell me to stand down for Cleophas. In 2027, there are signs that you are supporting Fernandes Baraza, because during UDA empowerment and etc., Ruto came out to say that it's going to work with Fernandes Baraza. The majority whip leader, I think, in the Senate, Cherege, came out to say that they are going to support Baraza. So such a thing, I cannot be Bon Khalwale and I just sit down and look till 2027. I must find a way. Remember, Khalwale is also a chief whip. He's a chief whip, okay, of UDA. So if they can show bad manners with their chief whip, Bon Khalwale is a fighter. This is the right time to fight. The only bad thing Bon Khalwale is facing, even the party would run to, that is DCP, as a governor candidate, Cleophas Malala. So it will be hard for him, but he's a good fighter. Second story of the day, Eugene Wamalwa and Kalonzo Musyoka made a presser. They came out to condemn Raila for coming out to say that he's going to support Ruto in 2027. And I think they are right. The only problem with that presser, they looked lonely. In fact, this is what happened when they were talking. Here's the tape.
And beginning this day to the next election, it's going to be less than 2 years, beginning tomorrow. The countdown begins.
That's right.
So Kenyans must realize that in Homa Bay yesterday, the campaign for re-election of William Ruto began, with Raila Amolo Odinga making it clear he left us in Azimio and he joined the broad-based government.
So these people have a valid point. Raila Amolo Odinga, when he went in a broad-based government, he left there his comrades. The reason why Mudavadi and Wetangula never supported Raila in the 2022 generation, even when he was forming a handshake with Uhuru Kenyatta, he left them. Raila Amolo Odinga is the biggest conman. However, the reason as to why Raila Amolo Odinga also does contempt with these guys, they have nothing to bring us. Look at them, presidential candidates, you make a pressure without people at your back. Presidential candidates who are not moving across the country, they are waiting for Gachagua to come back and they also move with him. What do you want them to do? Okay, in fact, Raila will take you as his boys because you bring nothing. And for even Eugene Wamalwa, it is even worse because you don't have attraction in Western Kenya. I'm not saying that they don't have a valid point, they have it. But the reason as to why they are there is because of themselves. They don't know how to fight. The reason is Kalonzo still has some mileage because there's a political party with a tremendous following in his region. At least he has a bargaining chip. But Eugene Wamalwa, how can you tell me that the days, the months Gachagua has not been in Kenya, we've not seen you moving around? You are waiting for Gachagua to come back. At the end of the day, you people go in a contestation. You should pick me as running man. You should pick me as running man. When you have zero thing you bring on the table. These people must move. What stops Eugene Wamalwa from moving across the country? Is it money? Let's continue with what they are saying.
So far, he has darling, giving false hope to those of us who are in Azimio that maybe one day he'll come back to the opposition, to the side of the people. Today, from his own mouth, yesterday in Homa Bay, we know that Raila Odinga will stand with William Ruto in 2027 and beyond. We want to ask Edwin Sifuna, we heard him say the other day, that if Raila Odinga is going to support William Ruto, that is the time he is going to depart from ODM. My brother Sifuna, they say the truth in the pudding is in the eating, unless you eat your own words. Would like to see all those who have been misled to believe Raila Odinga will one day abandon William Ruto and come back to join the one-term team, that Raila is not on the one-term team, he's on the two-term team.
So those are the principles of Azimio, and they hold the right narrative. You cannot be our patron, and when it comes to eating, you leave us. If Raila Amolo Odinga had moved together with Kalonzo and they get position, maybe, even if I wouldn't have liked because Ruto has underperformed, but it would look even better. Remember, even Raila when he was speaking running bit, he humiliated Kalonzo, and I may not be surprised they may go back. In fact, I pray that Kalonzo may take a bold step to support Gachagua, even if he gets the running mate position or not. Because even Kalonzo running, it is a sacrifice. It's a non-starter. So that they can show this old man that politics is time for you to show you it's time for us to show you the middle finger. But also I think by Raila Amolo Odinga coming out to support Ruto beyond 2027 is looking for an exit for politics, although I don't think that Raila Amolo Odinga will ever not stand for president if he's alive. Raila Amolo Odinga will run for the president for as long as he's alive. Just that he's eating. It's the most hypocritical. Okay? So the reason why even Raila Amolo Odinga takes you as jokers, because you don't have traction. You don't move across the country. Even when you're running for president, you used to wait for Raila Amolo Odinga to move, so as long as for also to move. I know it requires a lot of money for the presidency, but at least you must be doing something. Of course, that's my opinion. I'll see you on another one. Peace.